Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to the channel. Alright, now here is a video that was sent to me by my good friend Jennifer. And Jennifer, thank you for the video. Now the video deals with three individual frauditors that we all know as J-Town Press, aka Patrick Lana. And before anyone makes any comments that I am being disrespectful by not giving them the respect of considering her my female, well, let me just say that as he is out there fighting for transparency, well, I'm giving him that transparency. I want to be open with everyone and let them know who this individual frauditor truly is. We are not dealing with fiction here. We are dealing with truth. Now, as for the next frauditor here, we have Rights Crispy, and I don't know his name at this time. But from what I understand, this individual was in the military, and that goes to show you what kind of loyalty he has towards the government. And our next frauditor is Geo, which I don't know too much about, and I really don't care. At this moment, I don't give a damn. But after watching this video, you will come to find out that these three individuals, they ended up getting turned away and trespassed from an FBI location. And again, I say, after watching the video, you will come to find out that they got turned away and trespassed because of the way they went about going to this location to enter it, as they their intentions were to file a public request. Okay, and we all know what that means. The public request is to get a foot in the doorway so you can go into the location, roam around in there, and cause problems so you can get some type of content of public employees getting all bent out of shape about being recorded. That is the bottom line right there. Well, they don't make it past the guard shack, and they turn around and want to make it seem like if government is violating the public's rights. Let's get into the video. The video will better explain more, and let me just say before anybody makes comments that, oh, Steven, you're kissing government's ass, you're up their ass, and you're trying to justify everything they do. Far from that. If you really knew me, you would know that I also scrutinize government. Okay, I'm all for anybody who wants to hold government accountable. It's the way you go about it that will pretty much have me agreeing or disagreeing with you. Okay, and hey, it is what it is. But believe me when I tell you, I scrutinize Big Brother. Okay, but let's jump into the video and get on with it.
Federal Bureau of Investigations, Jacksonville Field Office, 6061 Gate Parkway. Here's what it says. Yeah, 6061. Look at all the damn cameras, huh?
Yeah.
Plate readers. All visitors must check in at the visitor security gate. Look, the squirrel's allowed on there.
There's a visitor security in there.
Yeah, it says all visitors must check in at the visitor security area. No public restroom.
Hi, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Where's the visitors area?
I'm sorry?
The visitors area. It says all visitors have to check in. I can't hear. Can you speak up, sir? How? So,
Hey, are you recording here?
I am.
Okay, so you can do that, but you got to be over there on the sidebar. So
Well, we're asking questions.
Yeah, I was asking.
We're just
where's the
asking
visitor
questions.
center? How do I check
there is
in?
no visitor center unless you want to. Sir, you can't record me unless I give you my permission.
That's not true. Oh, come on.
Okay, so anyway, so I don't want to go there.
Yeah, don't.
There's no
because you have
visitor
no
center.
expectation
There is
of
no
privacy.
visitor center, sir.
You came out.
What
If
I
you don't
want
want to
you
be
to
on
do
camera,
is-
go back in.
What I want you to do is, do you need to see an agent?
Yes.
Okay, you need to fill out some paperwork.
What paperwork do I need to fill out?
If you got to file a complaint, sir, you got to fill out some paperwork. If you got something that's going on outside or whatever, you got to fill out paperwork.
Okay, if a complaint is one thing, an incident is a different thing.
Okay, if you got an incident,
I have business here.
Okay, come on. I need to see some ID first, sir.
No, sir.
You can't bring the camera in.
Okay, so I have to surrender my First Amendment right and my Fourth Amendment right?
All right, so let me just pause the video here and comment was I think we could all come to an agreement that an individual with legitimate business now, would not have a problem with turning off their camera and filling out the proper paperwork to get inside. And once inside, when you come into contact with that agent, hey, agent, I want to record this interaction so this way whatever you say and whatever I say can't be twisted around. But as we all know, the frauditor is out there promoting to their subscribers that look, the government, they're hiding shit from us, and they want us to give up our First Amendment and Fourth Amendment and all this bull crap. You know, the frauditor, it's their way or the highway. And the kick in the ass is that the subscribers are dumb enough to swallow whatever these guys throw at them. And come on, you would think we all be grateful that government is taking the added precautions and being on high alert, okay? The shit that we're going through right now is nothing to laugh about, okay? And we've also come to learn that there are Americans out there that have sold out to the bad guys, okay? So I can't knock government for being on high alert. I don't know about you guys.
Okay, that guy's a dummy.
Yep. You are now entering. Hey, look, let's see the sign right here.
Hey, Mr. Lindquist.
You are now entering into restricted area. I mean, beyond this.
Mr. Lindquist, is that your supervisor? Mr. Lindquist, is that your supervisor? Can you get your supervisor, please?
I cannot understand it. What? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
We do.
So we're gonna be denied service here today. Is that what you're telling me? If I want to talk to an agent right here without compromising myself on an unsecured phone line, if you want to shout over me, go ahead. You're just saying the same number again. But what if I don't want to be on an unsecured phone line to make my complaint? Yes, if I call from a phone, it's unsecured. Yes. Yes, it is.
Don't be difficult.
I'd rather talk to an agent in person instead of over a telecommunication line. Hey, Mitchell, don't corrupt that man, Mitchell. You knock it off, Mitchell. Get out of here. He was helping us. You fool. You don't even know what you're doing, saying that we need your permission, you dummy.
And Paragon's the same one that assaulted me over the hill place. Yeah.
Hey, get an agent out here now. Send out your toughest guy.
There's an agent.
Send out your toughest guy.
He looked like an agent. He had white sleeves,
well, we're gonna stay here for the rest of the f***ing day and get license plates. You understand?
All right, so now if you go back a few seconds here, you will hear what just came out of Rice Krispie's mouth, that if he does not get his way, he will stand there all day recording license plates. Now, I'm sure we have all seen frauditor videos where when these individuals go to the police department, post office, or city halls, they are recording people's license plates. Now, by what Rice Krispie said and how he implied it, that if he didn't get his way of getting back at them was to stand there all day recording license plates. So what's that tell you? That these individuals, when they go to the police department and other government locations and they're recording license plates, that they are intentionally provoking people. It tells you a lot about these assholes, no? Or is it just me?
Somebody's coming? Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, what's that? What, is somebody walking? Oh no, I'm not sure. You can't go through there. I think that's an exit only. Right, it's an exit only, yeah.
Hey, Mr. Lindquist, don't listen to that guy. You were doing a good job. I thought somebody was coming out. I thought somebody was coming out. No, that's not all I gotta do. You're denying me service, sir. Can you guys get us some help? Those guys are incompetent and don't know the law. We need help. We need service. Help, please.
What's his name? Stevenson?
Stevenson, can you call somebody?
Can you call some help, please? Can you call some help? No?
No?
He shook his head no.
Stevenson,
Can you call somebody?
get us some help.
I don't understand why we can't get any help here. Why are they refusing to help us?
All right, so if we look at the big picture here, and as you notice, the frauditor has his cell phone pressed up against the glass, as well as using his other hand to ensure that the light doesn't affect him from recording inside of the guard shack. Now, the reason I mention this is because lately I noticed frauditors want to justify their actions by bringing the plain view doctrine into the picture. They want to justify that whatever's in plain view is totally legal to record. Now, mind you, the plain view doctrine was put out there for officers to use when they come into contact with a suspect, and if they see something that's questionable, then instead of going through the BS of going for a warrant, that they can use that item or whatever it is to make the arrest and so on. Now, again, for these frauditors that want to justify their actions by using the plain view doctrine, I think we can call bullshit on this one here, whereas you notice he has to make an effort, which is pressing his cell phone up against the window, not to mention that he has to use his other hand to ensure that the light doesn't affect his camera there from recording. I can't see justifying this as a plain view, and I'm sure you will agree with me on that.
All right, here we go.
Hey, thank you for coming out.
Easy. So, real fast.
My name's Finn.
Finn, Gene Cleaver, detective with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
I'm
Oh,
Lana.
you're JSO, okay.
Lana?
Yep.
Lana?
Yep.
What was it? Help me with that. I had
Good
trouble
citizen.
understanding. Good citizen.
Yeah.
So very nice to meet
You
you,
too.
sir.
So you're not with the FBI, you're with the JSO.
So I'm JSO.
Okay.
I work here.
Okay.
I'm assigned to help with stuff over here.
Right.
So I sit here,
Yeah.
but I work for JSO, which is
That's weird.
kind of amazing.
Yeah.
So just so that we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
You know why you've heightened everyone's response, right?
Because people understandably are uncomfortable with photography, but we're trying to make it.
We're just
So,
trying to
so what's happened, the concern is, the big concern, just to be straight up with you, Finn,
Yeah.
is when you're walking around all the gates and filming them and trying to film into a guard shack,
We're trying to get
it
service.
becomes very concerning. So I hear you.
Okay.
I
Right.
hear you.
You can tell I have nothing on
It
me.
just becomes very
But
concerning
it's still
to
an
people.
irrational fear. There's
Right.
nothing in there that is unique to this place.
in fairness-
we've seen metal detectors.
In
a
fairness,
bunch
we
of
get a lot of
places.
threats and things like that.
Okay,
So it
you're
is what it
prepared.
is.
Be alert, not
It
afraid.
is what it is. Okay, tell me what you guys need help with.
I need several things.
Okay, talk to me.
One of them, I don't think you can help me out
Okay,
with,
Finn.
because I need to report about your agency to the FBI. So.
Okay, well, that's fair. I definitely am not the person who could do
Right,
that.
right.
Okay, what else you got?
I want to do a public records request as well.
A public records request. Okay, so those are actually going to go through the office. You don't come in person to do that. You can call 248-7000 and they'll tell you how to do that. It's usually like an online request.
But the Freedom of Information Act dictates that you should be able to take my request here without putting me through that extra hoop of having to go online on a computer.
Yeah, I don't know that we have the capacity for it. So I understand.
You don't, or the FBI does?
The capacity is...
So I'm...
The facility.
When I say we, I mean all of we at this moment. Okay.
May I ask, you know how to write, and you can hear me clearly.
Right.
That's all that you need to be capable of to take my request.
I hear that.
I'm just going to give you my email address and my request. It's the government and
there's bureaucry. Okay. So, because
we're taxpayers and we want
Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah.
They are a bureaucracy.
I'm
at
smiling
best.
under here.
And often they create processes that they actually don't allow the rest of us to go around. So while I agree with you, that would make sense.
Right.
I'm not positive it's that easy. I think that you have to do it directly to them. Okay. I'm more than happy to take your name and information and attempt to get that for you.
Okay, I can give you my email address. That's all I want to give you, and I want to give you my request. And then just email my request to that email.
Again, I don't know if that's possible because I believe you have to give your name for the request.
That's not true.
No? Okay, cool. Yeah. Listen, if it can be done, I'll get it done for you.
If we go by FOIA or Florida State statute, Sunshine Law, neither one requires us to surrender our Fourth Amendment
again,
right.
I don't. That's not my department, right? So, what's your email?
Rights, RIGHTS. Crispy, CRISPY.
Okay.
@gmail.com.
Okay. Perfect. All right. And what information are you looking for?
Any and all documents generated with the words Rights Crispy.
Okay, so you're looking for basically anything that's referenced to your email.
Or my name. Yeah, that name.
With that name.
Right.
Okay.
I like to do the same thing. I'll give you my email. It's the THE J-Town, like Jacksonville, JTOWN press @gmail.com, and the same thing, but with just obviously with the J-Town press.
Okay. So how come there's all these visitor parking spots? You know, you guys don't make it that welcoming. I see why they're empty.
Yeah.
That's what I asked him. I said, "Hey, look, we're visitors. Where do we check in?" And they just flew off the handle
they shut down things. And, it's like,
and really, this is.
If he would have came out and talked to us like you are, it would have been a whole different ballpark.
So there have been increased threats, and so there's heightened concern
from Americans or from outside of America.
From Americans.
Okay.
Can I just tell you they're going to have to go through me first?
Right.
You feel better?
And I appreciate that.
And when you guys look at my channel, I always tell everybody on my channel I'm pro-police. I'm anti-bad police. Policing.
And we ran into some bad cops.
All right, so let me jump back in here and comment quickly on what just came out of Lana's mouth, whereas he states that he is pro-police and anti-bad police. Now, as for pro-police, I don't know how to swallow that one, but anti-bad police means those officers that are fully aware of these so-called freedom fighters, they already know their game, that these guys go to these government locations to cause conflict, drama, so that they have content to upload so that they can get their clicks and their views and make a day's pay. And those officers that don't put up with that nonsense and will either arrest them or kick them out, trespass them, whatever, okay? Those are the bad cops, okay? They're the bad cops because they won't put up with their nonsense. That is reality there.
We run it right. I support good policing. Right.
So can we talk to somebody from the FBI?
Yeah. So let me do this. In order to talk to someone from the FBI, okay, and to come in and speak to an agent.
Well, no, he can come out here, or she can come out here.
To file a complaint with the duty agent, they have to get certain information from you. They are going to need your driver's license, your phone number, things like that.
Okay.
So if you are comfortable giving that to me, I can get that.
No, not to you. No, I'll talk to an FBI agent. And this guy wanted my info right now, and he said,
that's what I'm saying. They have to have all that information before you go through those doors. You don't get. When I came here to get to start the process of coming in here,
right,
as a police officer, I had to give them all that before I could walk through the doors.
I get it.
So that's their policy. This is federal land.
He was telling me I had to call on the phone.
You can do that.
I said I don't want to call on an unsecured line about this sensitive information. I want to be able to talk to. I'll give up my Fourth Amendment to be able to report this violation of our rights.
Right. Which again,
you don't like working with bad apples, right?
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Help you.
That's what we're here for. So I'm trying to explain the process.
Thank you.
Listen, I'm not trying to get in your way.
No,
I am more than happy to help.
You're trying to be a facilitator.
But
I appreciate
what
that.
I'm saying is, if you want to do that, I do need your license, or he needs your license.
Okay. Yes, he does.
I would like to understand a little bit before we go there, because the question is being asked right now from,
Right.
why you guys were, pressing your phones to the glass and actually
Because we were trying to get service.
trying to
It's a reflection.
see in.
Yeah, I was trying to
No,
see
we were trying to wave somebody and get
Do
somebody's
you get how
service.
if you press your camera to the glass, it looks like you're trying to film what security is happening inside? Do you see how that could be perceived?
We're trying to get service.
Let's say I was. Hang on a second. Let's say I was, and let's say that was my intention.
It's not plain view when it's tinted. It stops being plain view when you have to walk up, and there's actually case law.
Okay.
Can you give it to me?
I don't have it offhand, but I know as an officer, right, I can't just walk up and say, oh, it's plain view, and be like,
Well, see, but plain view doesn't have anything to do with us.
He's saying plain view monitoring, so that's what I'm saying.
Well, for
It's
you
not
guys,
plain
right?
view
But Fourth Amendment is what.
what allows you to record into our facility?
The First Amendment obviously is the recording, but you're talking about like plain view. You're talking about First Amendment stuff.
He was talking about
Okay.
plain view, ma'am.
No, what I was going to say is if
I'm not understanding. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to understand.
The window what? What's a window for? Is what he's saying.
Right, I understand. Again, when there is tinting on it, okay, it's clearly a guard check. Let's all call it what it is. It's the FBI building.
And we were trying to get the attention of the guard.
You walk up and are filming into the guard shack as you walk past it, and
we were trying to get somebody's attention.
It looks. Again, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
What I'm saying is, it looks like someone.
We're not
we've
trying to
gotten
compromise
past
your security.
And I appreciate that.
We're not. Yeah.
You're welcome for helping heighten it. Now you can see where the flaws are. Now you know you have to pull the curtains down.
I hear you.
But I wasn't trying to do
what
that.
I'm saying is that
hold on.
that is part of why.
I was just trying to see who's going to come out to help us.
Yeah, we were literally just trying to see if somebody's walking out.
So that's part
it.
of why, right? You got the heightened response, and why they weren't willing to let you in further, because
Bring it right back.
it kind of brings
I
us
got you.
right.
Right.
Okay.
I got you.
So
I understand what you're saying.
Are you also wanting to go talk to an agent?
No. I can let
Just
him
you.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
You want to
feel
talk to an
welcome
agent?
anymore.
You don't feel welcome anymore? Your feelings hurt? Sorry, I'm giving you a hard time. So if
My
you
feelings aren't hurt. I just don't feel very welcome.
okay,
This is unprofessional.
okay,
As
been a-
not you, but
Okay,
in
so
general.
if
but
Unreasonable and irrational fears.
okay.
You should be better than this.
Okay,
You should not be afraid of we the people. You should come out and help when we ask for it.
Okay, I can relay that at
Yeah,
this
let
point.
him know.
That's
Let him
where we're
know.
at.
Do better.
All right,
Do
so
better. And honor your oath. to protect
are
our
y'all heading out of here
constitutional
then?
rights.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay, well, so at this point we are on FBI property.
And you're going to trespass me?
And we're going to ask you to leave. If you choose not to, I'm going to have to actually do a full trespass and things like that. Which is
Okay. Trespass because of filming?
because this is their property and they can ask you to leave if they want to.
Really? Okay.
Really?
All right.
Yeah, private
So
property,
even
anyone
though
can ask you to leave.
It's not private.
It is. It's their property and they can ask you to leave.
It's federal property.
You are being asked to leave. I'm not going to argue.
Wait, are you following?
I'll leave.
Okay, so then
I'm not
Threat of
refusing.
arrest
Wait,
now.
I missed something there. I thought he was going inside to talk to an
He
agent.
said he didn't want to.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
now I'm
Okay,
being
I missed
trespassed
that.
by
Okay, that's
Gene
why I was
Clever.
trying to.
You said you're a sergeant?
No, I'm just deputy detective.
Oh,
Okay.
Detective Gene Clever.
So you're trespassing us from the property at this
So
point.
what I'm telling you is they've asked you to leave.
Right, and if we
Okay.
don't, we will be
They
arrested.
never did, but
I am asking
You're
on their
asking.
behalf.
Okay.
Okay. They have asked me to ask you to leave.
Okay, so
and
and if-
based on what grounds? What do I have to avoid next time if I try to come back here?
So this is their property. They've
Yeah.
asked you to leave. So what I'm explaining to you is this: if you give me your ID, I will write a report that says you are no longer permitted on this property or could be
Why?
arrested. because trespass laws in the state of Florida allow the property owner to ask you to leave.
That's on private property. That's private property. Yeah.
If I'm looking for service from a government agency, they can't just trespass.
So we are about to get.
All right, so let me quickly jump back in here and comment on what's coming out of Rice Krispie's mouth. And if you're paying attention, then all three frauditors here want their subscribers to believe that they were being trespassed from this location because they were recording. Because they were recording. That's why they got trespassed. Now, I cut out a lot from this video for time reasons, but once these individuals realized that security was not putting up with their BS and they were not going to be able to just walk in there and do as they please, they started walking from one end of the fence to the other end of the fence. As vehicles were coming out, they're yelling, help me, and acting stupid, let's say, okay? And you're going to tell me that didn't have anything to do with being trespassed, okay? I think this officer here, in no way does she imply that they were being trespassed because they were recording. Everything had to do with their actions. But as we all know, these frauditors, they can't even hold their damn selves accountable, and let alone want to hold somebody else accountable. That's the kick in the ass. And I tell you, it amazes me that the subscribers were watching the same crap that we're watching, but they still believe whatever comes out of these frauditors' mouth. Now, that is some shit, guys. Really, truly.
The place. I'm trying to be kind and I'm
You're
trying
not
to be
listening.
respectful.
No, you're not. I'm leaving.
I'm saying,
I'm leaving, yeah.
You're very close-minded. You don't want to. I'm leaving.
It's the law. This is
Under threat of arrest, I will leave.
No, it's not. It is very close-minded.
I'm going to ask you to leave. Yep, I promise.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
But you don't know the law. You're wrong.
Have a lovely day.
Yeah. Under threat of arrest, under detest, we will leave.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Learn trespassing.
Sir, at this point in time, they're
All right, so for those of you that are familiar with frauditors, you guys know that when they don't get their way, guys, okay, their next course of action is to lodge a complaint. A complaint. That's all they're good for. They're not good for making any changes, any difference. They're only good to make complaints. Now, as you notice, Lana made an effort in lodging a complaint against a female officer that he came into contact with. The officer that he was praising. But once he realized that she wasn't putting up with his bullshit, and when they were told that they were trespassed, and again with this threat of arrest bullcrap. I don't know why a grown-up needs to be threatened with arrest. I mean, if you're being told that you got to leave, that's it. You're no longer wanted there, you leave. Nobody should have to threaten somebody, and I didn't hear no threats come out of that female's officer from the get-go, okay? If you're trespassed, that's it. And if you stay there, you are going to get arrested. But they always want to throw it in their subscribers' head. Look, we were threatened. If we didn't leave, we were going to get arrested. And again, subscribers, they're so dumb and naive that they believe everything that comes out of these frauditors' mouth. And I just say, guys, these frauditors, they never want to hold themselves and accept responsibilities that it was their actions that got them trespassed. Nothing to do with recording. Everything had to do with their actions. Let me know your thoughts on the video, guys, and I will see you in my next video.